Well, thanks to both of you for those generous words, and to all of you for this warm welcome and for this recognition. I'm very grateful. I'm sorry to come dashing in here, make some kind of grand entrance. That wasn't my intent, but my plane just arrived. We have unexpected heavy weather in North Carolina today, and I'm actually lucky to be here at all. But it's great to see all of you, and I do appreciate this, and I'm happy to say some words of greeting. I too remember these occasions. I enjoyed them very much and was happy to contribute to them. I have to say to you, I also remember the days some years back when I and members of the Appropriations Committee could make much more tangible contributions to museums, and the leadership of the Congress, the present leadership, in its wisdom, has cut out that process of that kind of directed spending, otherwise known as earmarks. But I never did one of those that I wasn't very, very proud of, and among the proudest were the ones that went to the Museum of Natural Sciences in Raleigh, a fine local museum in Durham, and other institutions in my district. And one way or another, we need to renew and revitalize that support, if not through that mechanism, then in other ways, because the work that you do deserves support. The federal support will never be the main source of support, but it can be a catalyst. It can be seed money. It can be a show of confidence and encouragement, and I think that's exactly what your federal representatives ought to have in mind as they observe your good work in the community and think about ways that we can support that work. So I'm happy to be part of that and happy to be part of the discussions going forward about how we can make some of this support more effective. I didn't know that number. What is the number?
536.
536. I certainly didn't know that. I think I probably have more than my share of those institutions in the Raleigh-Durham, Chapel Hill area. But we have in North Carolina, and we're very proud of this, a real concentration of educational and cultural institutions. And as Dr. Koster has reminded us, the Museum of Natural Sciences got the IMLS National Medal last year. It was a very, very signal recognition, and we're very proud of that. The Congressional Humanities Caucus was mentioned. I do co-chair that group, and we have you might say, a virtual caucus of a number of members. As you call on members, make sure they join us. They won't have to come to too many meetings. What they will do is become part of a network, a supportive network of people who look out for the humanities. And when there's a funding issue or any other kind of issue, we can instantly communicate and hopefully enlist their support. It's bipartisan, and it's very much something that supporters of the humanities should be a part of here. The Appropriations Committee, of course, is another place where there are opportunities to show support. The Institute of Museum and Library Sciences Services, the National Endowments for the Arts and Humanities, the Historical Preservation funding and tax credits, and so much more that I know you know all about, and that you're no doubt advocating for as you call on your members here this week. Finally, STEM education. That's particularly what we've worked on with the Museum of Natural Sciences, and it's something that also deserves some, not just support, but I think a little extra attempt to explain and advocate for, if I may say so. You know, it's I guess known, I guess the term of art is informal science education. That's really what we're talking about, a kind of a structure, a network of museums and other institutions outside the formal public education structure that have an increasingly important role in especially science education. And it's so creative and so imaginative these days, and in so many ways will complement the public school curricula, but will also stimulate interest, have all kinds of experiences available to young people in in our North Carolina Museum now, we have a research arm, a research component, which actually gives very young people an experience. I was told the other day about an experiment where they kids set up cameras in their backyards, and those cameras get tripped in the course of a night, and all kinds of critters appear. The filming of those animals that were in the backyard that night, and they're actually assembling that data and learning a good bit from it, and certainly stimulating the imagination, the interest of young people in a way that a regular science curriculum sometimes would find difficulty in doing. So we need to pay attention to that informal science education component of STEM and the role that our museums play in that, and make sure that not only they're not left out when it comes time to fund, but that they actually receive special encouragement and support. So I know all this is preaching to the choir, but I do appreciate the recognition here today. Appreciate all of you being here, and look forward to working with you. We do have a lot of work to do. It's a challenging environment. Everybody knows that, but there are ties that you have in your local community, in your boards, people who support your work that are they go way beyond the partisan divides and the divisions that we have here. It's a way of pulling the community together, and I'm hopeful that that reality at the local level and at the state level, where so many good people of all persuasions, of all walks of life, are participating in our museums, that really can influence us here, and can help us overcome some divisions here, and help us develop the kind of robust support that you deserve. Thank you very much.